Hello to all the space cadets. It is AD with Kayxztarot, and I'm going to be doing your Zodiac reading. Today, we are going to be tuned into the energy of Scorpio. So welcome, guys. Just a friendly disclaimer. Please keep in mind I do subscribe to Vedic Astrology, so my placements could be a little bit different than yours. The reason why this matters is because at the end of this reading, I am going to be doing an astrological breakdown for the time period of mid-February to about mid-March, guys. So you should be watching this video if first and foremost, you identify as a Scorpio, but more specifically, if you are a Western Scorpio sun or moon, or if you're a Vedic sidereal Scorpio rising or moon, okay? So if you are particularly a Scorpio moon, watch this reading, or Scorpio rising in Vedic. Okay, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the reading. I hope that wasn't too confusing, and I'll remind you again, at the end of the reading, everything's like falling apart. So let's go ahead and get into it. What do we have happening? Oops, for our Scorpios. First card out, we have the Queen of Cups. So your energy is absolutely represented here, Scorpio. And we have the King of Cups. Nice. A beautiful couple to start off with. So I'm getting it two ways. It could be a literal couple, or you're just learning to balance the masculine and feminine energies within yourself. The Hierophant, Taurus energy represented here. That is the opposite of your sign. So you could be pulled in different directions. The Lovers. Wow. Okay, Scorpio. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Tell me something good. Yeah. The Seven of Cups in the middle of your reading. So I think that you've been dreaming of kind of like that soulmate energy, the Six of Swords. And I don't want to make this inherently about love, Scorpios, but it certainly feels you're being pulled towards somebody or something. Something that you feel like you can build with over long term. Something that will leave a legacy. I'm being drawn to the image of the cow, which is fertility and all that good stuff. So I just imagine that you're trying to manifest those type of things into your life. I mean, who isn't? That's not really a prediction now, is it? But I feel like you're thinking about that super seriously. Then we have the Nine of Swords down there, the Hangman. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Wands finally. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Prince of Wands. All right, Scorpio, my first question to you is like, what is firing you up? What has you lit up? I imagine that you feel very passionate about somebody or something. They have piqued your interest and you want to get into it. You know, you want to do that scorpionic thing and get to work. For some of you guys, this could be a work situation, even though I really feel like this is more on the emotional front. I feel like this is more of a heart reading, especially with the cup energy being represented here. This is like marriage vibes, couple vibes, long-term relationships, long-term commitment. But I'm certainly seeing that regardless of this, you've been inspired with the Ace of Wands to do something different, to excite yourself, to excite those around you, Scorpio. And so you are looking into the future and you're dreaming big. I think that your intuition, again, has been such a strong highlight for all of these readings. And it's about your intuition just leading you in the right direction. The one thing that I do feel is calling my attention is the Nine of Swords and the Hangman. So you're going to need a perspective shift. This kind of reminds me of the Aquarius reading, where depending on how you are looking at the situation is going to be how it affects you mentally. I feel like some of you are stressing yourself out far more than you need to be. And it could be just that fixed sign energy where you want something to be done a very specific way. And if it's not done that very way, you feel like all is a loss. That's not the case. You really have to relinquish some control issues with this Hierophant card, is what I'm getting, particularly because you're dealing with another person. And I feel like you're giving this person too much credit on one end, but you're also not giving this person enough credit. So what do I mean by that, Scorpio? I think that you're dealing with somebody or you're dealing with something that is also a very intuitive person. You know what? Let's put it that way. They are also a very intuitive person. So they have insights to things that you may not have told them. And perhaps that's spooky to you as a Scorpio because you tend to be very private. But because of the intuitive nature that they have, they're able to pick up on the energies that you're putting out. They're able to read you to a certain extent. And so with that being said, you are not the barrier of communication, or the thing that you think that this person is going to misunderstand, they actually are going to completely understand that. The reason why you're overestimating them is because you put them on some sort of pedestal, and they don't necessarily deserve that. They're still a person, you know, they're not a queen or a king or whatever, you know. I mean, I guess they are. I don't want to shoot anybody down, but you don't have to bow to them. You guys are equals. They're not any better than you or any worse than you. You guys mirror one another, obviously, so you're partners. So if you're looking at this person in an admiration way and you're like, man, I wish I could be that, or I wish I could do that, you actually are two sides of the same coin. And that is probably why the Hierophant is here. You admire this person for qualities that you also possess, and don't forget that. You know, if this person sparks something in you and they want you to settle down, then you can definitely look at them for mentorship. They might be able to take you in a different direction, Scorpio, but you are capable of becoming this thing that you want to be, or this person, this position. It's not bigger than you. And so I do imagine that any stress that you're having is coming from a lack of confidence and a lack of security in what it is that you bring to the table. But you should absolutely be secure in what you bring to the table. But at the other end of that too, remaining flexible and remaining open, and not getting fixated or tied to a very specific outcome, because you'll end up missing out, which will suck. You know, you don't want to stress yourself out. So kind of getting into this row, there is a decision here, Scorpio, that it looks like it's very stressful. It's keeping you up at night. You don't know what direction to do. There's a lot of confusion. Perhaps you want to break out of something traditional. You want to do something different. Honestly, again, I'm getting Aquarius vibes from you, which is pretty interesting. But you want to revolutionize something. You want to shake something up. You want to change the status quo. And I think that you actually have the green light to do it with the Ace of Wands. But the thing about it is you're going to have to trust in your intuition, trust where spirit is leading you, and trust your dreams. There is a Pisces energy that's present here. And so it means kind of like not wading in the water, because I think that you have to take action, especially with the Six of Swords here. You're going to want to move forward, but you're just going to want to go with the flow. You're going to want to take the passenger seat and kind of let spirit take the wheel, which I know is a very big ask, because like I said at the beginning, we have some controlling issues that are going on. But again, the stagnation that you're feeling is not true stagnation. It's just not the right time for you to have this green light. But when it's time for you to go, and it's time for you to move forward, and it's time for you, a lot of you, to shake up tradition, do something new, do something revolutionary, you're going to end up having the partnerships that you need. So regardless if this is romantic or passionate or even a fling, for some of you guys, you could just meet a really passionate fling. I see that too. But I do feel on a grander scale, a lot of you are just going to start living for yourself. And once you do that, the people that you are attracting are actually going to be brought into your space and into your life and shine a light on you. So really exciting reading. Looking at these outer influences, we have the Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, the Nine of Swords to the Ace of Wands. So some of you, I just feel like there is a very strong feminine energy that could be stressing you out, but they're putting you on track. They're actually going to lead you to a really awesome opportunity the moment that you stop stressing yourself out and overthinking. You're going to realize that you have a real new passion. You have a real new light in life, and you just want to go for it. And Spirit is absolutely giving you the green light and the go ahead. While these inner quarters, the Lover, the King of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Hangman, there is Gemini energy represented here. Like I said, Pisces also have Cancer, and Scorpio is here too. But for the most part, I feel like you're going to be presented with a decision. There's no wrong answer. But there could easily be somebody coming into your life, or you're wanting to step into somebody's life and you don't know exactly how to do that, what the next moves are forward. So just wait from a sign from the universe. I think that you're going to be having really specific dreams, especially with the Seven of Cups in the middle. There is confusion, but you're actually going to get a lot of insight. So some of you are going to choose to move towards somebody or something. Others of you, somebody's going to be moving towards you. It just depends on if you identify on more the masculine or feminine. Are you waiting to receive, or are you waiting to give? You know, that's kind of how I break that down. But I do think that you are meant to cross paths with somebody at the right time. And you guys will have potential to build something lasting together. Or you'll have the right time to communicate with this person and how to move forward if this person's already in your life. So really interesting start, Scorpio, to be completely honest. I'm trying to see if I can get any more insights from this. The middle, the King of Cups, yeah, I'm just saying really pay attention to your dreams, really pay attention to how you're feeling. You know, I'm also hearing that if you're around somebody and it actually changes the frequency, their energy might physically change the frequency around you. Like you just automatically go into a higher vibration or a lower vibration. Start taking note of that so then you know how to better utilize your energy. If you talk to somebody and you're like, every time I talk to this person, I end up being so drained and I don't know why. Take note, and then you'll start to recognize those patterns in the universe. And then the opposite is true too. When you start recognizing people who really light you up and inspire you and encourage you, then that's somebody that you want to hang out with. That's somebody that you want to, you know, link arms with the lovers cards here and move forward with. So really interesting reading, Scorpio, to say the least. I do feel like this time period that we're looking at, there's going to be a lot happening. You're going to be making quite a few connections, which are going to be important. But I do see some overthinking. I do see an overactive imagination. So make sure that you stay grounded in reality of some sort and you don't let your emotions or your thoughts get the better of you, where you start painting pictures that don't necessarily exist at this point. Like you might plan way too far ahead in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like you might be like, oh, I'm going to marry this girl, or oh, I'm going to marry this guy. And you haven't even been on your first date yet. It's like, go on the first date, experience that. That's the surrendering. That's taking the passenger side. You have the spark to go be with that person and go ask them on a date, but you don't have the right, in a sense, to try to dictate how everything else plays out. And I feel like that's just a life lesson. This is a work lesson. Like you can't look and be like, I'm gonna be in the next Anna Wintour if you get a job at Vogue. You very well could be, but you can't dictate that journey. And so that is kind of the power of the Hangman. Once you stop over imagining things, to say the least, and just be in the moment and be present, then you will things will open up for you and you'll be able to start building your own legacy. All right, so let's go ahead and move into your Lenormand cards. So we're going to be looking at your heart, your mind, and then your actions for this time period, this time frame that we're looking at. Oh, Lily, nice. So there's about career, also long-term health. So your heart, so there's some heart health here. I feel like it's actually strengthening. So I'll read this two ways. This could be heart chakra, but these cards are literally about health. So it could actually be about your physical heart. You could be doing something that is actually improving your cardiovascular system. If you've had heart troubles or heart issues in the past, I do think that your heart is getting stronger. But from like the spiritual kind of chakra perspective, I love this green. I feel like your heart is opening up. Your heart has been set ablaze. And once you finally stop worrying about the outcome and you just go with the flow, oh my gosh, you're off to the races. So many exciting things are coming towards you. So many exciting things are happening. So what's on your mind? What's on the Scorpio's mind? Snake and crossroads. Yeah, you're deciding which way to go. I think I heard a song, just way to go. Like, and this snake energy at this point doesn't scare me, because I think that it represents you a little bit in the sense where you're very strategic in how you move. You know when to strike. And so I think that you're just waiting for the right moment to strike, especially with this Hangman. You're laying low, and then when the opportunity presents itself, you're going in for the kill. And I think that's either to get this person, to get this opportunity to seize whatever this next chapter is for you, Scorpio. It's gonna be a matter of timing. But some of you guys could certainly be looking into some sort of career change at some point. Wow, nice. So we got the stars and we got dog. Yes, yes, and the sun at the bottom. I absolutely stunning, beautiful energy. My Scorpio people, because I just keep drawing really strong emphasis to your network and meeting people. This is about you, but it's also about connectivity. It's also about meeting a network of people. I feel like with the Tree at the Crossroads, you're kind of uprooting yourself to an extent to go shine somewhere else. And I feel like you're going to be recognized by other people. And I do see the birth of a new long-term friendship coming in for you, actually. For some of you, this will be somebody who's romantic as well. But for a lot of you, I actually think that this is going to be a partnership and just a friendship, a nice platonic friendship, a real soulmate, even though this person could be of the opposite gender. So it's one of these things where the situation could get more and more complicated. Perhaps that's why the Seven of Cups is in the middle, because I think that you meet somebody, you meet a like-minded individual, and there's like a little bit of tension there. If you get if you catch my drift, especially with the snake and the lily card. Woo! This is a very sexual energy coming from a friend, now that I'm actually looking at it and thinking about it. I do feel like this relationship that's coming into you, particularly if it's somebody of the opposite gender or just the opposite polarity, right? When I say gender, I don't mean somebody like, so if you're feminine, then this person's masculine, and vice versa. So just depending on how you identify. But if you're meeting somebody of the opposite polarity, I guess, then you guys are certainly going to be attracted to one another, but the friendship is going to be really, really cool. The conversation is going to be really awesome and really stellar. And so it's going to take some time for it to develop into anything else. But I see something long term, absolutely, with the lily and tree coming into your life at this point in time with the dog and star. So yeah, a lot of information coming out with you, but I really do feel like a new long-term friendship is about to sneak up on you. It's about to sneak up on you. You don't even see it coming. And at times, you know, it's going to be a little bit confusing, because you're going to decide if you're going to constantly be like, should I be with this person or should I not? Should we just be friends or should we take it to the next level? But I can say that this is a mutual feeling between the two of you. It's not going to be one-sided, but focus on, and I'm an Aquarius, so take it with a grain of salt, but I'll really focus on just curating and building the friendship. You know, the sexual tension will be there. If there's a time and a place, then it'll happen, you know, but when it comes to just like a long-term solid friendship, somebody who definitely has your back, that is what's in the cards for you. And that's really exciting, because this is somebody that you're going to be able to share yourself with, especially being from the same sweet suit right next to each other, right, with the lovers there. This is going to be somebody who really speaks to your soul, quite literally a soulmate. So super exciting things, quite layered, because you're also breaking tradition of some sort, like we talked about. So this is quite a layered reading, all right? So now we're going to move into your oracle cards. But before we do that, Scorpios, I want to say thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy that you've been here. Thank you so much for supporting me. Please check out the description box below on information how to follow me on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter. I do daily tarot readings, and also from the bottom of my heart, please consider taking some time out of your day and putting on my EP, guys. I just released my first EP. I'm super excited to share it with you. I'll be linking that in the description box, and I will be posting a comment in the comment section. So if you have any extra time, please check out that project. It's perfect for Valentine's Day. It's about love, relationships. So I hope that it inspires you. So please just check it out. Thank you. But without any further ado, enough about me. Let's get back to you. We have don't let the past hold you back. Yes, start something new, K2. So it does feel like an ending, but this is a really good ending, a really great shift for you to, again, just learn that Piscean lesson of release, learning surrender. And because you've had friendships, partnerships, relationships, jobs that haven't worked out in the past, doesn't mean that this one isn't going to work out. In fact, this means that this friendship, this relationship, this partnership, this job is going to be even more important and even more special, because you know how difficult this journey was to get to you. So I'm also getting, Scorpio, that I feel like this person does have like a like-minded trait. They could be a Pisces, or they could be a Cancer if they're not a physical Scorpio too. So they definitely have water energy as well. So that could possibly be where you're like, oh, you get me. We get each other. And I would guess either Gemini-Taurus mix. So they're like a water sign with maybe Gemini-Taurus. That would be my prediction. So we'll see. Ooh, nice. You got blessed 22-4, which talks about stability. Sorry. Somebody's checking the mail. So you are blessed, and it's time for you to remain open. And then finally, we have tech action. So things are going to start moving forward for you, Scorpio. That is the Ace of Wands. As far as, like I said, you have the go ahead. Things are about to start picking up for you. You are about to meet a new friend. You're going to meet somebody who just really just knocks your socks off. You guys are going to have so many pleasant conversations, and also you're breaking away from the status quo. You're breaking free from tradition. You're breaking free from things that have been established, and you establish things yourself, which is like that very Aquarian energy that I'm sensing from you. So pretty awesome reading. So now we are going to get into the Astro Analysis, and this is what I was talking about as far as how you listen to this reading. So if you're watching this as a Western Scorpio, then just pretend that you are a Scorpio rising, and then the placements will make sense. But for the rest of you, this should hit as intended. But just keep in mind, because this is Vedic Sidereal, you will hear different placements than what is going in the mainstream right now. So yeah. All right, let's get into it. Scorpio. The sun will be entering Aquarius in your 4th house on February 13th. The 4th house is the house of your happiness, and I don't even know what I was trying to write. Anyways, of happiness. Okay. And Mercury and Jupiter will be joining in March and staying until April. Your home could be a blessing and a sanctuary to you as you move into a more reclusive energy. You're taking time to focus on your happiness and establishing peace in your own walls. However, if you have roommates or live with other people, please be mindful to not take the my way or the highway approach. Don't be so domineering that other people feel overshadowed. If you collect knickknacks or antiques, this is a wonderful time to indulge in your weird hobby. It will really pay off and give you peace. Also, Venus and Mars will be conjunct in Capricorn in your 3rd house of communication. Oops, sorry guys. Ran out of time. All right. Venus and Mars will be conjunct in Capricorn in your 3rd house of communications. Again, be mindful of your tone when talking to people. It may come off more aggressive than intended. That being said, this is a great time to explore your own creative gifts. Write, draw, and create. You could be really inspired to finish that novel. And since you're at home and kind of alone, you should definitely take advantage. Maybe short distance travel, but plan for upsets with Mars joining the party. You may feel a little more restless than usual, but just relax. All right. So astrologically, you're dealing with what? The 4th house and the 3rd house. So home and communication. So again, I think that really just backs up part of the reading. It gives a different perspective, but it really, I think that there's emphasis on how you're communicating with others. You are meant to meet new people. There is a restlessness energy, but you are going to be able to move forward in whatever seeds that you plant now. So do the work while you have it now. Use the freedom and the time that you have by yourself now, Scorpio, because once you get started, once you take off, it's really going to be off to the races. All right. So that is what I got for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out my music if you have some time. Hit that notification bell if you like my next readings. Oh yeah, and drop a little scorpion in the comment section if this resonated for me, please. Thank you. Mwah. Love you. Peace. Until next time.